In this session, we'll be delving deeper into the functionality and components within the core Maximo solution. I'll be talking you through some of the main applications you'll see, their purpose and interrelationships. We're going to go into some detail here of specific application usage, data requirements and implementation considerations, which should give you a good idea of the scope of the Maximo core functionality and data. You've probably seen this diagram before, depicting the high-level capabilities of Maximo Asset Management. Each functional area here is supported by a number of applications in Maximo, enabling the capture and management of key data associated with asset performance management. The overriding goals are to maximize the yield of enterprise assets by minimizing downtime, optimizing maintenance, reducing the cost of materials, and increasing the productivity of labor. Accurately recording transactions as well as work history and failure reporting will also allow the business to make better strategic decisions going forward. To start off, let's focus on some of the core Maximo applications, supporting features and reference data that you'll need to support your asset management system. A Maximo system will have one or more organizations. These are the business entity whose assets you are representing in the database. An organization is broken into sites. These are usually geographical groups of locations where your assets reside. Organizations can be grouped into sets to allow sharing of inventory records and company or vendor records. The organization will also have a base currency, in which all transactions are stored in the database. Sites are an important structural record in Maximo, as the majority of your transactional data will be at that level. You must have at least one site, and amongst other things your work orders and POs will all be at the site level. Sites are also heavily used to control security and data access, something we'll talk about in a moment. Although Maximo is not a financial accounting system, it can generate financial transactions that can be fed into a business accounting software package. The Maximo Chart of Accounts application stores individual general ledger account codes, financial period definitions, and many other organizational default and company-related accounts used for suspense or control of labor transactions or accounts payable. These accounting codes are usually fed into Maximo from another financial system. Within the Chart of Accounts application, you also have the ability to deactivate GL account code validation and/or financial period validation if the customer does not require this. The last application in this group that you'll probably be using is classifications. The classification application allows you to define hierarchies of descriptive classes that can be used to group certain records together and allow users to search and find records more efficiently. The classes themselves can also contain attributes, which are used to store configurable metadata relating to the record. For an example, an asset might be a drill rig jacking system with a class of 20.12.2.814. This is a typical UNSPSC classification where the drill jack rigging system is a child of the fixturing and test equipment, which is a child of oil and gas drilling, which is a child of mining and well drilling. That's a typical UNSPSC classification structure, but Maximo doesn't come preloaded with these, so you'll need to discuss with the customer exactly which categories and hierarchical structure they need. As well as the core data, you'll also need to define user records so individuals can log into the Maximo system. Maximo has the ability to store and manage users' password and authentication. Alternatively, you can connect to your LDAT repository and authenticate in either IBM Directory Server or Microsoft Active Directory. Predefined mappings within cron tasks come with the product to help you achieve this task. Users will also require authorization within the Maximo applications. This is controlled through security group definitions. You can, for example, configure access to sites, applications, individual screen controls or fields, as well as conditional security for dynamic permissions. A very flexible permission structure can be created using role-based security, minimizing maintenance and maximizing the reuse of common access right groups. Custom Start Center dashboards can be created showing favorite applications, KPIs, and easy access to datasets. Underlying the core functionality of Maximo are several key utilities that provide flexibility and tailoring opportunities so that an implemented Maximo solution supports specific customer requirements. Workflows allow business processes to be visually modeled and record management such as approval processes to be created. Approval assignments can be managed and completed and complex logic implemented. This can greatly improve the consistency of repetitive processes, as well as ensuring the right task is assigned to the right person at the right time. Maximo is installed with hundreds of applications designed to allow users to efficiently manage records and perform tasks associated with them. These screens can easily be modified using Application Designer. If the fields needed are not already there, then database configuration can be used to easily extend the data model and facilitate data validation and interrelationships. If simple expressions or SQL is not enough, then automation scripts can be used to perform complex calculations, validation, or evaluations using any JSR 223 compliant scripting language, all fully upgradable and supported. Maximo's standard UI is HTML based, but this can be extended to mobile devices using the Maximo Everyplace add-on. This allows connected devices to interact with the Maximo database and logic. We also supply Work Center interfaces from which you can access and complete daily tasks without opening multiple applications. Work Centers are role-based user interfaces that you can access on any device, including desktop computers, notebooks, tablets, or smartphones. Moving on to asset-related data, the asset record represents a single view of all asset types, production, facilities, transportation, and IT across your entire enterprise. This allows you to see all of your assets and identify untapped potential within them, allowing you to develop comprehensive programs for preventive, predictive, routine, and unplanned maintenance and maximize asset lifetime value. The asset record itself tracks the maintenance and location history for each individual piece of equipment, as well as recording compatible spare parts, downtime history, and depreciation. If the asset has sensors or gauges attached, meter readings can trigger automated condition monitoring or preventive maintenance work schedules to be triggered or even predicted based on estimated meter readings. An organization is constantly learning and improving, particularly when it comes to asset optimization. The recording and analysis of asset failure is critical to this, particularly if you need to support RCM, RCFA, or FMEA reliability initiatives. Failure classes can be linked to asset records so that problem, cause, and remedy codes can be recorded from the work order after remedial work has been completed. Your organization will also usually stock rotatable assets, so these may appear in your inventory storerooms ready for issue. They will also consume materials from inventory, either directly or through the course of a work order. Maximo supports a full inventory reservation process, including automatic reservation locking based on required date and material lead time. This supply chain functionality is supported through a variety of procurement and supplier contract applications. Your inventory will represent the stock and restocking process for both consumable and rotatable parts. Although items can be issued directly to a work order, it's usual for a stock of items to be held. The effective management and optimization of stock investment can have a considerable impact on cost management and cash flow for a business. Maximo's comprehensive inventory management toolset allows you to manage both the optimization of existing stock and stock movement, as well as the automatic monitoring and replenishment of stock levels. Built-in reports and algorithms can automatically adjust stocking levels, economic order quantities, reorder points, and even adjust order lead times based on previous purchases. Although not all customers will utilize the procurement features of Maximo, the system has the ability to record internal procurement processes through desktop requisitions or purchase requisitions, as well as external procurement through purchase orders. Full transactional data is captured and stored in Maximo's transactional tables and can be fed into an external financial system through a custom interface or a pre-built adapter for SAP or Oracle Financials. This gives the customer total flexibility in using all or part of the supply chain functionality in Maximo as required. Now let's take a look at the work management supporting data. Work management functions in Maximo allow you to manage equipment work through its entire life cycle, recording work that's been performed in the past, managing work that's in progress, and planning and scheduling future work. The work order itself can be used in many ways, but usually there's a plan containing the tasks needed, as well as the resources required. The work order can directly interact with your inventory, with clear visibility of stock availability, as well as item reservation, issue, and if necessary, return. Labour hours can also be reported and fed into the work order, so that accurate costs can be evaluated. Work orders can also be recorded in Maximo retrospectively through the quick reporting application. This record also ties in with many other areas of Maximo, including scheduling, health and safety, service management, and analytics. Assignment Manager can be used to match up work required with available labour, with clear visibility of booked hours and utilisation. Scheduler or Scheduler Plus are useful add-ons that allow planners to view any upcoming work graphically, compare the required resources against those available, and adjust accordingly with the graphical view. Work plans can also be optimized using resource leveling or capacity planning templates, as well as scenario planning including comparisons of differences. Very powerful features for work optimization. Within the core product, you can also define safety plans with hazards and precautions, including lockout/tagout procedures. These plans can be associated with work orders to help make technicians aware of necessary precautions. This safety information can be extended using the IBM Maximo Health, Safety and Environment Manager. This add-on integrates health, safety and environment processes with work and asset management data and processes to provide a single view of your personnel, facilities, assets and operations. This provides unparalleled HS&E capabilities for audit management, incident reporting, risk assessment and inspections, to name but a few. There are many other tailored additions to Maximo for various industries like oil and gas or transportation that extend the Maximo data model and bring extra features and functions into the toolset. You'll also find various self-service applications included within the Maximo framework. These are simple end-user utilities for requesting materials or raising a service request. As well as these, there is a service desk application for managing tickets and escalating them or creating follow-on work. Finally, at the top here you can see there are several analytical options available for Maximo. Within the product there are hundreds of BERT reports delivered to help present data and analyze various historical records or events such as asset failures or work order material shortages. These reports can be customized or new ones created using the free Eclipse-based report editor. As well as this, Maximo clients are also entitled to the Cognos BI server products. Utilizing this powerful integration with enterprise tools provides additional dynamic insight into the vast amount of data that Maximo collects. With this deeper analysis, businesses can make the best decisions possible for their unique business environments. Bringing all this together, you can see Maximo provides a single framework of tools to enable asset-intensive organizations to manage all types of physical assets, including the associated maintenance equipment, tools, labor, and inventory. It can manage assets throughout their entire life cycle, reducing downtime, minimizing failures, and maximizing the use of resources. We certainly haven't touched on all the components included within the Maximo solution, but hopefully I've given you a better understanding of the core applications you'll come across and the business value they bring in the delivery of asset management business goals.